transcriptating. Okay,
Yeah, the little pop-up comes up.
there we go.
Good.
So, are you still, I'm still sharing my screen,
Yes.
and you've seen the photo for 1198. Um, I'll just look at whatever this is. This is I'll just go through. This was basically about where I've lived. So this is where I was born, this hospital.
Oh, that that looks like a summer home or something. It's a hospital. Yeah, huh.
And this
Oh.
is my christening.
Who were your godparents?
It's written down somewhere, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember who my godmother was. That's
Oh,
why it's
okay.
probably in my baby book, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this
Okay.
guy seemed like he looks like a nice clergy person.
The thing is that nobody, like, dad's not in the photo, mom's not in the photo. Like,
Well,
who are those strangers? Who's abducted my baby brother?
this has the obituary of Eldon Wall. So this is former boss of Dad. Uh, there's St. George in the Pines. That's the church that we attended. Or
Yeah,
and
this was like a choir or something that mom would talk about that they
yeah,
had these little
that's in the script of the movie that has this.
Oh, okay.
Um, in the list of places where we've lived, this was on Martin Street, and if you do a Google Street, I think we'll see that. Oh, so that's the front of that hospital.
Oh,
That
okay.
okay, that we saw.
The little baby
Little baby Carl.
is coming out.
There's
And
the house. Oh, I don't know why I
oh,
haven't.
well, wasn't the reason we were in Banff was dad worked at Banff Park Lodge? Or was
He
Jasper
actually
Park Lodge.
he worked
yeah.
for Jasper Park Lodge, but I think Mom and you and Jim were still in London, and he went out for a summer to work here.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. And was
Yeah,
this Jasper Park Lodge or?
that's right. He
Oh,
he was fleet manager for Jasper Park Lodge.
yeah. And we
oh,
would have stayed at Jasper for a brief time. Um, and then he was searching and found the accountant in Banff worked for.
This
And
okay. Was
this is
that?
the accountant that the obituary was for,
yeah, Mr.
Oh, okay.
Wall.
Mr. Wall.
And this is from the movie, right? Because I was like, remember that woman with the pink blouse.
Yeah,
Okay. Is this
yeah.
Banff Main Street or
I
something?
believe this is the street view of in Banff. Uh, let's just I think this is just past our house. Um, where we lived was torn down, and it's now a mini mall. So
Oh gosh.
right, uh, you see
Look
that
at
mountain
that.
see the mountain in
Yeah.
behind?
Yeah, look at
I
that
think it's the
mountain.
same one. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
and there's just jogged over a bit. We would have been right about there.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, that's the end of that series, I think.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll go up. Um, there's nothing for Edson.
Yeah, it wasn't very long. Like, did Dad work? So was he working in Hinton? I mean, I don't have a clue
That's
of.
right.
Oh,
Yeah,
so he was
he was
working.
in, he was working in Hinton, and a rental was immediately available in Edson. And
Oh,
then in the spring, they found that farmhouse that we could live in while they were making arrangements to have our permanent home.
yeah.
Now,
Look, that all happened in 1956. That was, look, see, they
yeah,
moved in February and they were in the
yeah.
farmhouse until later, and then moved in 1956. And we
Oh,
also went to California in 1956 for Christmas.
so
Yeah.
That was a big year.
our
Oh,
family lived in Edson till February 1956. Then that farmhouse came open. And while we're waiting for 112 Doran to be done, that's when we
Mhm.
lived in that farmhouse in 56. Whoa.
Yeah.
and
So,
did you have a picture of that farmhouse in here?
Yep.
Because
I-
what I was going to say is this was where we were living when I got double pneumonia,
Ooh.
which was the closest I came to dying as a child.
Oh my.
And I remember feeling absolutely terrible. And I also remember that we had a little wood stove.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say about that little wood stove that you and I made tea or something on that wood stove.
Yeah,
Probably you did all, I probably set the dishes or something, but yeah, it was like a real fire and just a tiny little wood stove.
And that's on the movies. That's the only way I
Yeah.
remember.
Oh,
yeah.
and Jim, what I remember is there was a barn, and I mean,
Oh,
this ground looks flat, but there was a barn and a board across to the barn, and somehow or other you fell off that board and broke your arm or something. Does that ring any bells? And got pneumonia.
Uh,
Or
Not really, but I could still believe you.
yeah, I mean that there's somehow you got hurt somehow or other because you went
Yeah,
worked across that thing. Of course, maybe I just dreamed it. Who knows? Like those memories. I was 3, for heaven's sakes. I was pretty little.
you got to listen to the soundtrack of the videos of when we were there, and there's one video where Jim had his left arm or right arm. I forget which one it was, but it was in a cast.
Oh, okay. So that would and there was no snow in my recollection. And Carl, you would if I was 3, you were probably 1.5 or something. Or no, wait a
Yeah.
minute, 2 and a bit. I don't know. So, because you're 18 months younger than I am, so one and a
Yeah.
half.
So Sylvia and I compared this photo to Google Street View, Jim, and confirmed that this house is still around. Let me
wow.
just, this is the Google Maps. Ah, nuts. It's elsewhere. So as I collect photos, I'm going to put them in our file and augment all this. So my apologies, I didn't get to everything, but if you go to Google Street View, search 112 Doran Drive, Doran Avenue, then you can actually see it. Sylvia did that last time.
Yeah, yeah, it's interesting how it's just the same, except it has a lawn. Oh, there.
I like that.
And have hair this time. Some of my photos, they've taken my hair away.
You look very classy there, Sylvia. That's in the backyard.
Oh, this
Um,
is in Hinton?
No, that's in Edmonton.
Oh, in Edmonton. Okay. Yeah.
6408 85th Street Northwest. And this is satellite view, and our backyard where the picture was taken would have been right where my mouse is going around.
Oh, so they
But
put a garage in or something.
yeah, yeah. I
That's
like those back alleys. Those are fun.
Oh, yeah. So I like that house. I started having memories about like that's where I went to kindergarten, and didn't want to take naps, and nobody would hold my hand because I had eczema. Mom had a fifth. I must have turned 5 there. She had a 5-year-old
Yeah,
birthday party for me, and I invited all these kids, none of whom I knew. So it was a very, weird thing. I remember skating in the backyard. Is that in the movies or am I, like, because that sort of has reinforced memories over the years seeing movies.
yeah. The
Um,
movies have that. This
yeah,
is the street view version of our house.
yeah. Oh, wow, that's pretty nice, huh?
Yeah, the street now, but in the movies, this was just bare concrete.
Yeah.
I love being able to go around it on the um, uh, not Street View, on Google Maps or Google Earth. You can fly around your house and see what it was like. I guess that's it for that series.
Yeah.
Well, I was on Google Earth and you could see the little creek
Oh,
that
that would have
ran
been
in
hard. Oh yeah.
we knew behind our house.
Oh, back in Hinton, so that would have been
Yeah.
Hardesty. Yeah. Fort Chipewyan, let's see what photos I put up there. Oh, this is just a screenshot. What is it? Oh,
Oh, anyway, where is,
there's
oh,
the Anglican Church.
that would have been right next door.
Yeah.
And then,
So this
okay.
is
Huh.
is that our house? I don't know whether it's even there anymore.
Well, our
Yeah.
house would have been by that big tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really, huh. And I didn't know that we had a name for the street in front of our house.
Not at
Did
that
you?
time, but it's Lucas.
It looks
Yeah.
like it's paved and everything. Wow, that's
I just
really,
love doing this type of stuff, just
uh,
sleuthing.
you're
Uh,
amazing, girl. Yeah.
and this is a satellite so we're in Cardston, and it's 447th Avenue West,
Hmm.
and that's our house. That's
Wow. Now, Jim, you were in the basement or something? Did you have where was your bedroom? Do you
oh,
recall? It was, I remember
Oh,
being annoyed with your radios.
I think I was in this one
Oh,
up
yeah.
front.
I,
I don't recall.
hmm. I mean, it doesn't look like, it's hard to tell if there is a basement. I don't know.
I
I
know there
love,
was a basement because I
hmm.
remember being so angry at Mom. I went and hid, and she was looking in terror and panic. She thought I had run away, but I was hiding in the back of a closet and listening to her voice as she was panically looking for me. I felt really bad and came out and took my punishment, but I think I was in the basement. I felt so bad after that. Oh,
Oh, yeah. Well, I was home from school sick, and that's when when I watched John Glenn go into
oh,
orbit on that thing. And also, yeah, I also made cut out paper fairies or something. That
oh,
I also, Jim, this is something I have felt guilty for my whole life that I think I would like to apologize to you, is that you had some butterfly wings or something that you were really happy about, and I was so angry at you, in a childish
oh.
7-year-old way that I ripped them up. and I feel so bad about that. And I would like to
That was
apologize.
you?
Yeah. Yeah, so I apologize. Here you had this really nice thing happen to you, and I go and ruin it for you. That was, uh, you know, I'm sorry.
Well, you're certainly forgiven.
I can make you some butterfly wings if you want.
I'm
Yeah.
going to, this is the Hillcrest School. This was the schools in the area of Cardston. And I found this picture of the Hillcrest School just up
No
at the
way.
top right.
Oh, wow. Okay, but that's 1955.
Yeah,
The
so
one on the left to 1915. I remember it being a two-story brick building. None of these look, maybe that one in the 19 Carson Public School, a brick central gymnasium. Huh.
I remember the it was white and it was two-story, but
Uh, I
I
remember being
remember
told not to run, not to run in the halls.
there was a school nearby and it was on the roof of that school that, remember, like for 25 cents or 10 cents you got this little propeller that and a rubber band, and you pulled it and the propeller went up in the air. Well, first try it went up in the air and on top of this school, and that's it.
It seems to be a common theme in our family.
I I'll get through more of these photos. We're getting there. Holt Crescent. I don't have. I just have three here, and these. So it's just, well, there's Art Street Public School, and we walked along here. I have great memories of walking along that street in springtime, and all these rivulets. And there's our house right there, second from the corner. And you can see the street view. Let's see.
Mhm.
There's the house. They filled in the porch, but
Oh, okay. Huh. Oh, yeah, I remember that. We were only there from January to June. Did you just say that?
yeah,
Right. Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
Huh.
And then I haven't put anything in for Nine Mail because there's just tons of photos of Nine
Yeah,
Mail. But
that's our biggest memories.
yeah,
And then, yeah.
I'm
Oh,
going to stop sharing here.
okay. Yeah, it's starting to be time.
Yeah,
Oh, this
but
is really fun. Thanks for all your work preparing this, Carl. This is really super.
I wanted, well, thank you. Uh, I just am thrilled doing this. I just love it. I love the sleuthing and looking back into family history and stuff. So thank you. I'm going to stop the recording. If I, how do I do that?
My experience is I shut the whole thing down by accident, but don't do that.
uh, Record and stop recording. That will stop recording. There we go.